All right, y'all. It is Christmas, and we really need to talk about something. We need to talk about the elf in the room. All right, so seriously, do you do elf on the shelf in your household? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Why? How do you get into it? Tell me all about it in the comments, because this has been on my mind this season. Because last year, one of my sons, after Christmas was over, he was talking about it and he was like, I really want to do Elf on the Shelf. My friend does it. It's so much fun. And so he's telling me all about it. And I'm like, okay, we'll see about requesting an Elf on the Shelf next year. So then as Christmas is approaching, it's kind of on my mind and I'm thinking about it and I'm like, let's just hope he forgot. I don't know why I didn't want to do it. I don't know if it's because of all the commercialization, one more thing to pay for. Look, they're selling this in the store. It's not just like a Christmas tradition I just heard about. I gotta go buy this stuff. And I think I know one of the reasons. So a lot of people, they do pranks and jokes and messes. And I'm like, okay, seriously, I do not need another individual making messes in my house. I have enough of that going on without an elf. We do not have the leprechaun come to our house for that reason. No pranks, no jokes, no more messes than we already have. But here's the thing about Elf on the Shelf. You buy the box, and it is quite a nice box. You can choose if you want a boy or a girl. And you open it up, and there's the Elf on the Shelf. And he is currently occupied in our household. So we have a cute little storybook, The Elf on the Shelf, a Christmas tradition. And this is the important part, y'all, a Christmas tradition. Why do we do it? Because it's a tradition now. This is a part of your life for the rest of your life, you guys. Seriously, or at least until your kids start getting to go older and they don't have the magic anymore. But as long as your kids are doing Santa and all these things that make Christmas fun, they're going to expect this every single year. Every day in December leading up to Christmas, this is a part of your life now. Once you commit, you're committing for the long haul, all right? So Elf on the Shelf, it starts with this little story about how things used to work with Santa, and now there's this elf involved that he comes along and he comes to your home and he sits and he observes and he watches, and every night he flies home to the North Pole and he reports to Santa about how you're being and if you're doing good, if you're on the nice or naughty list. And so he's going to come along, but here's the important part. You cannot touch the elf, all right? Which is really actually kind of helpful for things. So it's really exciting in the morning, and this is true for our family. They get up and they're excited and they want to go find out where the elf is and who finds it first. And so it's just, this story tells you everything you need to do. You do not need to do the pranks. You do not need to do these elaborate notes and things. You don't need to do all that. If you want, your elf, and you can be like, that's just what our elf does, all right? Your elf can move around every night after he comes back from the North Pole. He just needs to be in a different hiding spot. That's all he needs, and that, seriously, will make plenty of excitement. So for us, my kids, we got a wrapped gift, doorbell ditched at our doorbell, and then my son was so excited, the youngest son. He opens it and they're, what is it? And they open it up, and as they're unwrapping it, he's jumping up and down so excited. He's like, Mom, I think it's an elf. I think we got an elf. Totally worth it, let me tell you. And then he's telling us all about it, and he's like, okay, you guys, this is so important. You cannot touch the elf. And so I'm serious, this is gonna be helpful, because then you don't have to worry about it moving when it shouldn't, and it's always watching them. So the magic begins, as it explains in the story, that when you write this part out at the end of the book, it says, this tradition began for the readers on December 1st, 2022. We welcomed our scout elf by choosing the name Max. So we all voted on it. We came up with different ideas. We do some things where, like setting up a little sack race for the elf, or the elf brought back goodies from the North Pole. There's some little things and some little notes, and mine are written on a whiteboard, and I don't do the printouts. I don't have time for that right now. There's a lot going on, but you know, do what you can. That's what I feel like. embrace it as much as you want in the way that you want. We can be friends and talk about this. Please, in the comment, really tell me, how do you do your elf? And what do you like it to do if you were going to do it, or why you do and don't do it? What's it like to have an elf at your home? Because, you know, actually there's pets now, and sometimes the elf has friends, or their elf might have little babies. I've seen there is so much. So you can fully embrace it, or you can be like, nope, one elf, that's it. So let's talk all about it in the comments below, and I'd love to hear about how you do the elf, because, oh my goodness, it just keeps going. There is now a reindeer. It says something like, there's a reindeer in here, and then the reindeer, actually, you can touch it, you can carry it around with you, and then it goes back at the end of the season as well, but that's a whole different company. There's a show about it. Are you liking this, that there are these new little trendy things going on? Like Elf on the Shelf has been around for quite some time now. Let's talk all about it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think, because for me, like I said, I was against it, but now I'm doing it, and it is pretty fun. I'll tell you what I really think about it maybe in a few years. Get back with me, because like I said, this is a long haul. I have a 2-year-old daughter who doesn't quite understand, but it's fun for her to be like, oh, there he is, and find him. And so, you know, I've got years of this commitment, so maybe I'll let you know later what I think. But for now, it would really help me out if you did like this. Subscribe to my channel, give me the thumbs up, and come back and get more book recommendations, and we'll keep chatting about books here. Bye. Merry Christmas.